All right, guys, we are back with episode 11 of the Envisions Podcast. Today we have my longtime friend Nino with us. Nino, if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, how you doing? My name is, like you said, Nino Hernandez. I'm from Gardner, Massachusetts. Yeah, man, happy to be here. It's been a pleasure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Nino, what do you do right now?
So I'm a professional hooper. Kind of just graduated last year. It's been a dream of mine since I was, I can even walk. So I'm chasing my dream right now, doing that, going to country. It's just, living my life.
Mm-hmm. So as far as like origins, you said you started from Gardner, but like where did you go from there?
Yeah, so I jumped around a lot. So was born in Leominster, was brought up in Gardner, then we moved to Fitchburg, back to Gardner. So just a little bit of everywhere, all over. Back to, then I went to school in Winchendon Prep. Man, it's just been all over Central Mass in a way, like basketball wise, and just living. I've been everywhere, so.
It's huge.
For sure.
So you said you went to Winchendon Prep, and then where'd you go to college?
So I got a Division I scholarship to play at Bryant University up in Rhode Island.
Yep.
So I was there for a year. The coach was nuts, crazy dude. We didn't get along. So I ended up transferring to a school in Syracuse called Lemoyne College.
Okay. Yep.
Shout out the Dolphins for sure, those are my guys. And then finished up my degree over there. So yeah.
Well, what did you study?
Psychology.
And you went all 4 years?
Yeah, all 4 years. Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then what does the transition look like into what you're doing now?
So when you're kind of in this lane, you kind of just, it's kind of like a grind with anything you do. You know what I'm saying? So you start off trying to get a scholarship, right? You get the scholarship, then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go pro. So everyone thinks like the NBA, but there's so many more alternatives to that. Especially being where we're from, it's like you gotta know people, you gotta be in the right spot. So so the transition is just like once we went from college, it's like, okay, I gotta find an agent. So I found an agent, and he's been setting me up in all these different places. So I played in the Dominican Republic last year. Just came back from Dublin, Ireland.
Sweet.
And now I'm heading off to Puerto Rico. Next week. So it's a grind, like with anything you do.
That's cool.
So for sure.
You play like a whole season when you go there?
Yeah, so it all depends where you're at. Like some contracts will be like for 8 months out of the year. Some contracts will be 4 months, 5 months. So it just all depends. So when I was in, Dominican Republic, I think that was like a 3-month season.
Okay.
Then Dublin's an 8-month season. But the way that happened, I went halfway through the year because they were looking for another pro. And then PR is going to be like 4 or 5 months.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that's how that works.
So when you go out to these places, are they just like, obviously they're giving you a salary, but they're not like having given you a place to stay?
Yeah, so all accommodations is paid for. Usually set up in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's paid for. It's just like you're just going there and hoop. And just building your resume and just, that's really how it is. Getting your salary, your weekly checks. Just like a regular job, you know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is. Apartments, food. You don't gotta worry about nothing like that.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. For sure.
So say like in that 3-month span, like how many games are you playing?
So it all depends. So like every league's different. Sometimes you're playing twice a week. So there's like 20 games. So you're probably playing in 3 months. And then when I was over in recently, we were playing once a week. Europe is different. They play like once, maybe twice a week. And then I think that's like a 30-game season.
Okay.
And it just all depends, where you're at. Like it could be different because.
And then like, are you getting paid like per game?
No, so the way that works, you get your salary and then you get incentives.
Oh, okay, yep.
So let's say, I want you to drop 30 this game. You drop 30 in the W, extra bread here. You get the MVP, extra bread here. You know what I'm saying? You become an all-star, extra bread here. But you for sure get your contract money, like either how you want every week, halfway through the month, at the end of the month. It just all depends for your liking. But yeah, it's a good deal. It's a lot of money to be made. like I said, man, I've just been doing this for so long, and it's just like it's bigger than me, like this basketball stuff. You know what I mean? I always say that, like, well, whatever I do, I think about everyone around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my little brothers or his friends and my nephews looking at me like, yo, you're the role model. So like, whatever. So that's why I always try to just keep in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And with the contracts like set up like that, I feel like it makes the leagues probably a lot more competitive, right? Because everybody's playing for the money.
For
sure, you know what I mean?
For sure. Like man, there's some real life like I was in Dominican Republic, and there's NBA dudes all over. Like I'm about to play in Puerto Rico. There's NBA dudes all over.
Yep.
My teammate's Dwight Howard. I'm about to go play under JJ Barea, head coach.
Crazy.
Like
Really?
yeah. Like last year, DeMarcus Cousins was on this team. Like it's a lot of people don't know about it, like overseas basketball, because it's like, who would, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what people do for a living. There's a lot of money to be made. It just all depends like what you do with it.
Right.
So that's why I'm at the age where I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my money and how I want to go about using my money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
it's definitely competition. The comp is crazy. Crazy.
That's I actually never really
Yeah.
thought about it like that, because I thought overseas basketball, I thought it would just be like similar to the NBA, where like you just sign with a team for like 4 years, X amount of money.
Yeah.
I never knew it was like 2-3 month contracts, things like that.
But you're right about that. They do have those where it's like long-term contracts and like different things like that. But like since I'm like starting off and I'm trying to build my resume, a lot of people don't know about me.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in the like on the worldwide scheme don't really know who I am or have zero. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
probably in the area people know Nino. Oh yeah, I heard Nino. But like on the grand scheme of things, but once you get to that status and once you get to that, it's like, oh yeah, I want him for 4 years. Let's sign him. So let's say from September to May, he's with us for the next 4 years.
Wow.
He can do anything else other months from September.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a good gig, man. It's good, man. So yeah,
That's crazy.
for sure.
What are your kind of avenues to move up from there? Can you go? Is it to NBA or is there stuff
Yeah,
in
so
between?
that's the goal, man. Obviously, like the goal and the dream is to, man, just get to the league. Yeah. I know with my skill and the work ethic, that's possible. Anything is possible. Like you got to be a little delusional sometimes chasing your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like for sure, bro. Cause but yeah, that's the goal right there. And then yeah, just take it from there. And if I don't get the chance, I tried. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I tried. I gave it all I got, and hopefully, people could see this as just like okay, if he can do it, I can do it too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I said, it's bigger than me. So
Yeah.
for sure.
Sorry. No, yeah. How would you describe yourself as a player?
It just all depends, man. It all depends. I'm just like, I would say I'm a real, just like a dog. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, I was watching some of your game, and you really just seem like one of those dudes who just knows the game and will kind of take a step forward if you need to, but also take a step back.
For sure.
Like, I see you like doing back cuts, but then also going like doing a tween to a hezzy to a cross into a nice lay. Like,
For sure.
So you definitely have versatility, but also like the IQ.
Okay.
And like I see that with your dribbling too. Like you don't try and do like too much.
Yeah.
Like you're just trying to get to your spot and get your shots.
For sure. So I think that just comes with like experience, because when you're playing at different levels, and you'll see like in different gigs, you're assigned a certain role.
Right.
So like even in the NBA, you have a dude, let's say like on the Celtics, just think of it like a bench player, right? They can do all these crazy things, but okay, now for this role, I want you just to catch and shoot and play defense.
Yep.
So just being in different systems really brought different sides of me. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in Ireland, I was a main scorer. So I was like, okay, the ball's in my hand. I got to do what I got to do.
Yep.
If I'm over here, they might want me just to play defense and catch and three. But not to say I don't have all that certain things. But yeah, I just, like you said it right. Like I could do a little bit of everything. And when my time is called, when they need me to do this, I could do that. If they want me to do this, I could do that. But that's the point of like being versatile in the way like you just, whenever you need to be called, I can be called, and you know what I mean, real professional, like, so.
Yeah.
And that's big, and in doing this kind of things and being able to adapt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. And I feel like that can definitely be hard for scouts to kind of see that, because they're kind of just looking at athleticism, 3-point percentage,
Right.
things like that.
Yeah, the way the game
And where if you just like watch your game, I feel like you could fit into a lot of different systems. You know what I mean? Because you have a very good build for a guard as well. You're 6'4", over 200 pounds. Like that's like any point guard in the NBA now. So like you could defend any point guard. So I don't really see like the issue, but yeah, it's definitely harder for scouts to see like the IQ part of it.
For sure.
Going back to like role models, I know you mentioned that like you have to kind of be a role model to like the people around you. Speak about like where we grew up and like how we didn't really have a lot of role models growing up, because I don't know about you, like I didn't know anybody from Gardner who had a clothing brand for us. You probably didn't know anybody from Gardner who wanted to play semi-pro or like got to that level. Like did that kind of did you feel that when you were coming up?
Yeah, definitely. Like I felt like, man, if no one's doing it, I'm gonna be the first one to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I always played like that. I always had that chip on my shoulder, and I worked like that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to say something, but your action's gonna back it up. And I know since a young age, like just being in different situations growing up, like different struggles. Like we all have different struggles, but just seeing how my mom used to work. And she used to work crazy. I'm like, dang, if she can work like this and put on for her 4 kids, there's no reason why I can't go to school for free. I can't wake up every day, you know what I mean, go work out, whether if I'm tired or not, and just try to excel in this as much as I can. So just being like that, I'm like, man, I can do it. Because if she can do it, I can do anything I put my mind to. You know what I mean? And now we're living in a house that she paid for, you know what I mean, all, in cash. And it's like to see where we come from and to where we're at now, and me living my dream, my mom doing this, and just people around me just all excelling.
That's awesome.
It's like, man, there's no reason why I can't be anything I say I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what you need. That's what we kind of talk about too, is you go up with the people around you.
Yeah,
that's always how it works.
Absolutely.
Bring them with you.
Man. Absolutely, man.
No, yeah, I had like that same kind of upbringing. Like my mom was a single mom, and yeah, it was definitely like, for me, a lot of women in my life definitely inspire me. Like my sister is super intelligent, and she taught me like a lot about just like numbers and stuff like that, mathematics, and so yeah, I definitely relate to that a lot.
No, that's what's up, definitely.
That's crazy. Yeah, because like I'm thinking about it, and like there's not really anybody that went pro or like semi-pro from our area in general. Like not Gardner, but like just like that Gardner Lancaster area. The only other person I think of, Noah Gray.
No, that's my guy. Yeah, that's the only one really that is doing like what we're doing is you know what I mean, and he's at that level where he made it. You know what I mean? Back to back Super Bowl. That's hard. That's hard. Shout out
crazy, bro.
I gotta get Noah.
And he's bringing up people with him too. Like you watch like Osiris Lopez. Yeah. That's my boy. But that kid's crazy. But it's because you grow up watching these kids, and you just know it's as soon as you can like realize that it's possible in your head. Like he said before, I mean, it's kind of stupid, but like if you know that you saw someone else do it, then it's immediately able to do. Like it's not like a dumb dream or like anything like that anymore. You just know you can do it.
And you guys putting on this clothing brand, it's like, I'm the first one to do it. Watch how many people try to imitate.
Exactly. No, I get DMs. We both get DMs all the time.
Like how can I start it up? It's like, damn, I see them doing. I see them meeting Fabio and giving out this. Like, why can I do? You know what I mean? That's part of it, man. That's part of it. And you take that in and you run with it, because that means you're doing something right. You know what I mean? That means y'all doing the right thing. So shout out to y'all for sure.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
And like our thing is also like we want people to do that, because like obviously you want to be the first one to do it, and you want to like be the first one to do it right, to the point where you can kind of help put other people on.
For sure.
I think that's something that a lot of people in our generation in general just like kind of forget. Like everybody like does it once, but then they don't want to help other people do it. You know? And I think like that's the way that people just kind of struggle, because I couldn't do this by myself without Alex and Eric. Like we need them to kind of just help come together and then improve us. Like Eric, we picked him up as like our videographer because we were at Central Mass Flag. Shout out Dana. And then Eric just came up and he was like, "Yo, like, I want to buy something." But then he was also telling me about the stuff that he did and everything. And he was like, "Yeah, like, you guys inspire me. Like, I want to be where you guys are." And I was like, "So why don't you just like come join us?" So like that's kind of
that's all just like that.
I mean,
literally how it went.
Yeah. It was. I just wanted to be like an ambassador or whatever, but yeah, no, that's how it went. They just invited me to a show and they were like, "Bring a camera."
Bring a camera.
Yeah. So.
Man, but that's how it is, man. I feel like that's how the world is. Like, no one wants to see other people win, but it's like, for what?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much money, there's so much things in this world that we all can have, man. And if we all just come together or just learn from one another,
exactly.
Yeah.
What we all can eat.
It's always like the people that aren't winning that don't like seeing people win, and then the people who are actually doing stuff are the ones that like we're trying to open the doors for other people, and I'm sure it's the same way. Like, you're trying to help other people,
for sure,
show them how it works.
For sure, absolutely.
So going back to you growing up, so did you play AAU?
Yeah, I played AAU. I played so I played with who did I play for, man? It's been a while.
Was it Future?
Did you play for Future?
So I played for Future a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Like in and out of different tournaments. Shout out Future. Shout out Coach Chris, my guy.
Coach Chris.
And then I played Mass Blizzard. That was my other. He's still like a mentor, the coach, Coach Higgins. And he's just like one of those guys, just like a business dude, and just gets it. Like, he came from nothing, and now like he owns his gas station over here, and he's just been like one of those guys that I think God put into my life, where it's like, hey man, this is a great role model. You might not see it now or where he's coming from, but he gets it. He's just been great. Yeah, so I played for Mass Blizzard for him for like 4 or 5 years. All right. And then played with Future a little bit. Or if I wasn't playing for Mass Blizzard, I was playing for tournaments with Future. But yeah, for sure, definitely played.
Yeah. And then when you were younger, was there a difference between you and other kids, or did you kind of know that?
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
You did? Okay, yeah.
I knew I had so, you know what?
Yeah. Like, well, because I know everyone in those teams think they do, but
yeah, nah, man. I knew I had it when I was a young dude, and I always loved playing against older people.
Okay, yeah.
And I used to cry, man. I remember I used to cry. My mom used to come out from the projects like, "Mom, they're not passing me the ball." She was like, "Pass my baby the ball." And then they pass me the ball. And I get to cooking. Shout out my dudes. Awesome. But yeah, since I was little, I knew I could do something with it. You know what I mean? Especially going up against older comp and older dudes. I'm like 10 years old, 11 years old. These are grown men, you know? Yeah, man. So
that's crazy.
It's cool. For sure.
Did you get a scholarship to go to Winch?
Yeah. So that's crazy how that worked.
Okay.
I got the scholarship. I started at Gardner my senior year. And I'm like, damn, I didn't get accepted to Winch. They called me the first week of senior year.
Really?
They're like, hey, yo, we found some money for you. So I had to leave Gardner. Coach was pissed.
So you left your senior year? Yeah. And so you went there for your senior year?
Yeah,
did you do an extra year too?
Yeah, I did an extra year.
So you did
two extra years. Yep. And hey, man, it turned out to be a blessing, man. So, and got the scholarship, and the rest is history, bro. So
that's huge.
For sure.
Yeah, because I know a lot of kids. My cousin goes to Winch, but he's not from Gardner. Like, a lot of kids from our area, Winchendon, Gardner, Fitchburg, are not the kids at Winch. Like, these kids are flown in from his best friends from Germany, like stuff like that. So that's cool to see someone from our area actually get to go to the school in our area.
Yeah, no,
because it's not usually like that.
For sure, there's kids from all over China.
Oh yeah,
man. I still got buddies from China that hit me up like, "Yo, come visit, man." All from Winch, like it's cool.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Cushing is like that too.
Cushing is almost worse.
Nobody. I don't know anybody from my area.
I don't know a single person from Winchendon except my professor at school was telling me he moved here from Texas. Both him and his wife are college professors, and they're sending his daughter there.
That's crazy.
From Shrewsbury. Yeah, they live in Shrewsbury. Like, they're loaded.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's people from all over.
Yeah.
All over
but
the world.
it's no one from our area that can afford to go there. Yeah. It's either scholarship or nothing. Because it costs more than college tuition there. Yeah.
John Cena's son went to Cushing Academy.
He did.
John Cena went to Cushing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
John Cena did too, right?
Yeah. We were talking about it because there's a frame of him in the hallway that says his name, but there's no picture of him because you can't see him. Apparently that's a joke.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's actually hilarious. So that's just been going on forever. Like, that's never gonna go away.
Dude, he was talking about that on a different podcast, and he was like, dude, it's been like 10 years. Like, it needs to stop.
That was like the childhood though. John Cena. I was obsessed with WWE. When
I used to. Me and my brother Tony Felix.
Shout out to
we used to get it on, jump off the sofa, man. Going crazy, man. I thought it was Rey Mysterio.
619, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Oh my god. Those were the days. How many siblings do you have?
So I have 2 older sisters, 3 little brothers.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, those my guys, this is my gang, man, for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, big
so, like,
family.
When you're away, is it a little bit difficult because like you don't get to see them, they don't get to see
Man,
you?
you see, I think that broke when I went off to school in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to be like, damn, I'm homesick. But once I got acquainted to that, just used to that, like yeah, I missed them for sure, like a little bit, but it's not as bad as if I was like still around. But yeah, definitely miss them, but it's not as hard as it was when I was younger for sure.
It's also like I think even if you're not seeing them, I think that they're seeing you and they're kind of like looking up to you.
For sure.
So I think that makes it a lot easier as well.
For sure.
Just because like you're obviously working for you, it's your dream, but it's also their dream because like now they all go to their friends like, oh yeah, like my brother plays pro overseas. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And that's always cool, right? Like my brother would tell me, he's like, oh, I got you as my lock screen on my computer. You know what I mean? So when you log in, it's just a picture of me. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Dope.
So it's love, bro. It's good, man. It's good being that and just doing the right thing for them. You know what I'm saying?
They play basketball too?
They just like being outside, running around.
Honestly,
you know,
how old are they?
So 9 and 12.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Starting to get into it a little bit.
Yeah. Did you always play basketball or you play anything else?
I played, basketball. I tried football. Hate the cold. I tried track. I hate running for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to run in circles, man. What I look like, you know? Like, what am I chasing? Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, so basketball, man, it stuck. Man, I played baseball a little bit when I was young, though. You know, hitting off the T thing. T-ball, but shoot. That was it.
That's my thing with running too. I never get it. This kid wakes up in the morning and he's like, yeah, I sprint 5 miles. I'm just like, yo, what do you mean?
Really? Just vibes.
Yeah, honestly.
Vibes. For sure, man. Hey, if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I say it's good for like, just like headspace, man. Like, you know what I mean? Clear your head. It's
exactly.
For sure.
Running.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'll be on a basketball court playing like intense basketball for 3 hours and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
You ask me to run for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's your head clearing.
Yeah.
That, like he was saying, like it's the same thing with him and running.
Exactly.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just, any kind of exercise is gonna help your mental.
For sure.
I agree. I think a lot of people kind of fall off of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Most like people that I don't see that are like happy, they just like don't really do anything.
Yeah.
They just, like, stay inside the house.
Yeah, you notice that a lot, man. I think COVID started that. Like,
sure.
Like especially you can see the spikes
100%.
on depression and suicide rates, and because you're just stuck in the house, man. And then you get into this real world, and you're like, oh man, I don't even know how to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, well, it's like they get stuck in this flow because it was, a year and a half, 2 years that some people were, not working or whatever, and they get in a certain pattern, and then they don't want to come out of that pattern. So it's tough for a lot of people. Thankfully for me, I was still working because I was all outside and shit. But it was
it's
tough. Yeah,
definitely, man.
What were you doing over COVID?
COVID, man, eating, eating, lifting weights, man. There was no. So I got so big, man. I remember just looking at myself. I'm like, damn. Because I was in college my sophomore year. We just made it to the NCAA tournaments.
Okay.
So we lit, man. We're the best in the league. We about to go crazy in March Madness. Then we get the call and we're like, can we all meet in the gym? We all met in the gym. We're like, so guys, I hate to tell you, but your season's been cut. We gotta send you home the next day. So I'm like, yo, everyone is like freaking out because my team was full of seniors. This is their last go around.
Yeah,
they're trying to go out with a bang. I'm the young dude, so I'm not really. I bet whatever. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next year. Not really knowing the magnitude of it.
Yeah,
and it's just like, damn. So we got sent home, and it was just like, man, my mental just went down. I was just like, just depressed, man. I'm like, yo, this is over, man. Like, I'm not gonna be able to play basketball. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I was just in the house, just. Thank God I had like a little like in the basement, a little like curl bar, or some push up, a little squat bar. keep me my head flow. But man, it was tough. It was tough time.
Yeah. Did you go back to basketball the next year for school, or were you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they let you guys back.
We didn't even have a season, but they let us back.
Okay.
We were just practicing for like 8 months, bro.
All right. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's better than some places.
For sure.
It's better than nothing.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, when did the season start back up? You said you didn't play your junior year.
Yeah, so damn, that's crazy. Now that I think about it. Yeah, so I didn't even play my whole junior year.
Oh wow.
And then senior year, it was a regular. I think it starts like November, like first game November.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we had like preseason September, October, all that good stuff.
Did you guys have masks on?
Yeah, for like the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But then it kind of like let loose. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What league were you playing in for that? Like conference? Sorry.
What was it called? Man, NE10.
Oh, D2. Okay,
yeah. But my team just recently moved up to the NEC.
Okay.
So that's their D1 now.
D1 now. Yeah.
NE10. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
That's
Alright, cool.
Yeah, bro.
So, going back to what we were saying, like mental health and stuff. So, basketball for you is like probably an outlet growing up, right?
Yeah,
and then, so has that changed since you started going pro with it?
Nah.
Are you still able to enjoy it?
Yeah, I still enjoy it, man.
Sweet.
Like if I can't get a sweat in, if I can't work out, man, I'm like, yo, I'm pissed the whole day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
me too. Exactly.
And like, you know what I mean? If I don't get to like just release some stress in some kind of way, like physical activity, man, I'm like, my brain is shot. Like no one talk to me, I'm pissed, man. It's
Exactly.
like,
No,
you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's good and bad because you keep yourself disciplined like that. And it's bad because it's not the end of the world.
Right.
But at the same time, if that's how I feel,
I treat it like it.
Yeah, to feel better, then. But
Exactly.
yeah, man, I love it, man. I love
it's good to hear that because I know
love
sometimes when you take it pro and money gets involved, then it's not as fun as it used to be. But
sure.
if you can keep it fun, that's huge.
Definitely. I think that's the biggest thing with anything, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When you're chasing whatever you want to chase and doing what you want to do, just having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing's too serious, bro. Like at the end of the day, it could always be worse.
Yeah.
That's what I can tell myself. So
Exactly.
as long as you keep that flow, keep that in mind, it's like just have fun with it, man. Just smile a little bit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For sure.
All right. So what does a day in the life sort of look like right now when you're in season?
In season, so like when I just came home, or like when I'm in, like wherever I'm at.
Wherever you're at.
So it all depends where I'm at. So I know I would wake up, go get my lift in, go run in.
Team lift?
Yeah, typically, or by myself. It all depends. And then go get a little lunch. I don't really like to eat in the morning.
Yep.
Like to fast. A little coffee would do. Then we had practice, probably at 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Come home, eat dinner. That's it. And depending if we have gym time, I will sneak in like a third workout in between my lift and my practice. Yep. So like a little on-court shooting workout or just something like that. A day in the life when I'm home is a little more rigorous because I'm in control of my time and I got like where I need to get to. So I'll wake up, work out right away, go do my cardio, go home, eat my breakfast, and then I would relax for a little bit, go back to the gym for my second workout, my shooting workout, go back home, do my errands, do what I gotta do, my checklist, everything I gotta do, make sure everything's all set, pick up my little brothers from school, and then come back for my third workout. Just recycle the whole day. So just all depends, man, where I'm at and what I'm doing. But 2 to 3 workouts a day typically is what I'm on. Definitely need it.
How long are these workouts? An hour, 2 hours? Yeah,
it just all depends. Since I'm doing it every day, you don't gotta kill your body. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if I'm doing a lift, it's probably like 45 minutes, a little something light, and then my shooting workout's probably like 45 minutes, and my skill workout is probably like an hour. So probably like 3 hours. It all depends. Each day is different.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm just staying afloat, just staying ready, staying sharp, you don't have to kill yourself this day and this day. It's just make sure you're ready at all times. You know what I'm saying? Being consistent with it.
And then when you're in seasons, like wherever you are, what do you fill the rest of that day with? Because you said you don't practice till 7.
Oh man, so that's one thing about overseas, man. You got so much free time.
Yeah.
So, man, like so much free time. So that's why I try to spread out my workouts.
Yep.
Because typically, if you get all your workouts done, your day will be done by 12. So, man, I'm just walking around the city of Dublin, man.
You like it there?
Yeah, it was fire, man. I'm shopping my life away, man. I'm buying this, I'm buying that. I'm eating all these good different types of food.
Oh, that's fun, though.
Meeting all these different types of people. But it's good, man. Like, when you're overseas, like, you put in the work and then you chill. That's one thing about it. Like,
that's nice.
You know what I mean? You're getting paid to do this. This is what you're doing. So it's like your day ends at 12, maybe afternoon.
Yeah.
You're chilling for the whole day. So it's like...
Till practice.
Yeah. Or sometimes when we have early practice, that's it. You're just done at 12 and just do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Go live your life.
Yeah.
So
it's so cool.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a cool experience. Experience. But for some people, it's easy to get lost.
Yeah.
Lost in it. You know what I mean? Because you have so much free time. So it's like, let me slack off here. Let me go out here. Like, because I can get away. Like, you know what I mean? You do what you want to do. Of course, you're your own man. But it's cool. It's a good lifestyle, bro. Like, 10 out of 10 for sure.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What's been like your favorite place to play in?
Oh, man. That's tough. Like, in what aspect, though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You've been DR, Dublin.
Yeah.
So I always
played those two
Puerto
so
Rico's
far. They're Puerto Rico's coming up. So, like, basketball-wise or, like, living-wise, it's all...
Give us both.
Yeah, it's different.
So, basketball-wise, I had fun recently in Dublin. Like, that was so much fun.
You're playing with a lot of... Like, who's on these teams?
So,
all
in Dublin,
the
there was just... Yeah, all over the place. Different. So...
That's kind of cool.
They're allowed 2 pros, 2 Americans on each team. So, you're playing from kids from all
and
over.
everyone else is...
Yeah, kind of
Irish?
natives. Yeah. So
are they any good? Or is it...
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. Some Irish. There's some
Like
dogs.
semi-pro.
But they're paying him and they're
That's true.
already on the team.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So for sure. And then in DR, you're having your 2 American pros.
Yep.
Plus like people from all over. So you have probably someone from like Colombia and here and it's nasty. You know what I mean? So so basketball wise, I enjoy Dublin.
Cool.
But living wise, just a little more free time. Dominican Republic was definitely
Puerto Rico will be fun too.
Definitely top 2, not 2. Yeah, PR should be fun, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What do the facilities look like where you guys are playing?
Yeah, so in Dublin, it just all depends where you're playing. Some gyms were good.
Okay. Are these like
facilities
high school,
were nice.
college gym or like?
Yeah, you can say like college gyms, like
okay.
high school, not high school, like college gyms.
College gyms, okay.
And then sometimes playoffs, you get in an arena, playing this big
arena.
arena.
Oh, alright, sweet.
Yeah. And then DR, you playing this big, massive arena with like thousands and thousands of fans.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then when I'm in Puerto Rico, the arena's gonna be crazy huge. And
it's bigger down there.
Yeah,
because that's the highest level.
Yeah, it's like probably closest thing to the NBA right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. So it's good. It's good. It's
and then gyms too. What do you guys have?
The gym, it's like all access gyms. The gyms are everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty solid.
So like, how did you go about like? You talked a bit about adapting to playing in different places. How did you adapt to playing in high school to college to, overseas and everything? How did that go?
Right. So it's just like, that's a good question, bro, honestly. So in high school, you're the man, right? Everybody's the man, right? Small fish. What they say? Small fish, big pond, or
something like that.
Big
fish, small pond.
Big fish, small pond, or whatever. So you're the man, bro. You get to college, and that's when you really
What about Winch?
Yeah.
How'd you do at Winch?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, we good. We
went
to
the first team and everything.
Yeah, for sure. We was killing it. We was made to the championship, but lost.
Sweet.
Tough, but So then you're put into college. Now you're with grown men, right? So you're put to the test. Was like, let's see if you really are who you say you are. So just being able to adapt and seeing that, okay, I'm killing a lot of these dudes that are older than me, not only older than me, but so-called better than me. So then it's like, okay, that's going. And then you finish out your years in college and you realize, like, okay, if everything's going as long as if I'm doing everything I'm saying I'm doing up to this point, let's test the pros. Like, this is what I really want to do. So just being able to adapt and to change and being able to just listen different coaches and seeing what they have to say to me and just putting that to now what I'm doing now is all part of the process. So it was just, I don't know, it's all just experience and you have to be in the moment to actually grasp it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess one of the things that I would think of is like rule changes. Like, so how does it work? Like league to league, I'm assuming they have like different rules.
Definitely. So FIBA's different. So I'm in the
Yeah.
FIBA. Like when you're playing overseas, the association is FIBA.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
they have their own rules, separate from NCAA, separate from NBA.
Yep.
So it's like a lot of I was gonna swear. A lot of the things you can get away with is it's crazy. So like say for example, you're shooting, right? You're shooting a free throw and the ball's rolling around the rim. The defender can just hit it out.
Really? That's
I'm like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I
what?
remember that now.
Yeah. So you can do things like that. There's certain like other rules that I'm just trying to think off the top, but that's one of the rules. I was like, what? You can do that?
Right.
So it's just we play with a different basketball.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, the basketball is different.
Is
It's
it?
different.
It's like it's the seams, right?
Yeah, the seams is different.
So like it'll
okay.
feel different when you're
Okay.
shooting and stuff. So you kind of have to adjust to that.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Me as a shooter, I know that.
Yeah,
like when I was in
exactly,
high
my
school,
guy.
that's the only thing I did was shoot.
For
You know,
sure.
but
For sure.
yeah, yeah. If you want to talk about like how that feels,
Man, that was the biggest thing to adapt to because
Yeah.
like I like to dribble, like you know,
Right.
like you were saying, like I like to. That's my bag. So I remember the first play of my first professional career, man. They tipped the ball, right? You know the jump ball,
Right,
the jump ball. The dude hits it. I catch it. The ball slips out of my hand and hits my foot and rolls out of bounds.
oh my god,
I'm like, yo, what? The first play of my professional career, bro. And I just like, yo, you
That's
can't make
hilarious.
this up.
How
So,
long
like,
had you been playing with that ball? before
Man, it
that
was
point?
like I was
a
like
week?
2 weeks fresh.
weeks?
Yeah, not even, probably like a week and a half. So like the ball is just super slippery. You gotta really get accustomed to it.
How soon did you know that you were going over to play there?
So
Until
I-
you like
let's
flew
just-
over.
So I finished my last semester in January.
All right.
I found my agent. Let's say I came home 2 weeks in and I was off in February. He's like, yo, I got this gig for
Within
you.
a month.
A month,
All right.
yeah. So I was
Yeah.
fresh out of college. Man, I'm like, yo, ready to go. So it was like within a month, it was a quick turnaround. And I was off in DR.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it was crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. That was actually a year ago. About a year ago. I was just looking at my memories on Snapchat. And it's just like, man, I already played in 2 countries in less than a year. You know
That's
what I
huge.
mean? It's huge, man. So this means like you're doing the right thing. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Stepping it
Especially
up.
for sure. For sure.
What's been like the craziest thing that you've experienced in like the professional career? Whether it be like meeting somebody or just like something that you did in the game or something.
Damn, that's a good question.
I mean, I've seen you dunk on some people, so
Yeah, that's definitely up there, catching
Yeah.
a couple bodies.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then seeing the replay on the big screen, like, oh, that was me.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I did that one for sure.
that must be such a crazy feeling.
I don't know, man. It's just something new happens every game, or
Right? Yeah.
you're dealing with. I played against some cold dudes, man, they're nasty. And like 39, 40 years old, just still giving problems to like, you know, still running
Yeah.
things. So I don't know. That's a good question. We have to spin back on that one, but yeah.
That's crazy. What's like your obviously the motto of the brand is it's a mindset. What's like the mindset that you have going into every single day?
Games. Oh, every single day. It's just
In
like
games, yeah.
just win the day. Honestly, like if there's one thing I learned from my first coach at Bryant, even though we didn't get along, just win the day, man. Like no matter what, as long as you get 1% better than yesterday, and little by little you stack them days up, you look back, you know what I mean. You're way above your competition. You're way above the dude next to you because you're not taking the day off.
Yeah.
Even if you're taking the day off, you're still like, for me, if I'm taking a day off, I'm still stretching. I'm still, I'm doing a little cardio. It's not really like a day off, but I'm still keeping my body afloat. You know what I mean? Even if you guys are, for your brand, you're taking a day off. Oh, I'm still looking at
Oh,
sketches.
we're always doing something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still, I'm doing
Yeah.
content. Like it's not really a day off, but it's like, hey,
Exactly.
exactly. So just win the day, man. If you can just keep that mindset and just, hey, whatever I do, I'm gonna win the day. Whether, man, my head hurts or all this outside stuff is messing everything up. Just fight, figure it out, and win the day. And that's the biggest thing for me. What the motto I try to live by.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that shows a lot from you as a person. Like, no, like you didn't like your coach that much, from a relationship standpoint, but you were still able to take advice from him and learn from him. So that shows a lot from you as a player that you're coachable from any standpoint.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
That's definitely dope.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That was probably the toughest time, man. Like my freshman year of college, man, like I was ready to quit basketball. Like I was like, Mom, I don't know if I could do this. But I think I'm done. He was a tough dude. He was a tough dude, just real like, a tough New York cat. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. Because what had happened was when I was at Bryant, the coach that recruited me, the head coach, I get there, I signed, he all of a sudden retires. So this so then the new dude comes. I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do now? And we were talking about starting, me being a big impact in the program, and this dude had other plans. So you can only imagine the type of things I would have to go through, and he didn't want me there at first, and all of a sudden he ended up liking me, and it was just tough, especially as a young kid, trying to figure out your place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I wanted to quit. I was this close, man, this close. And my mom was like, hey, man, you didn't come this far for no reason.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You didn't come this far just to come this far, man. Like, you here, and I know it's tough, but you're going to figure it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what happened, man. You just put your feet on the ground and you just keep running. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mom.
For sure. Shout out my Dukes.
So the way that we end our shows is we kind of put it around our name. So we talk about one thing that we're blessed with, and the one thing we're envisioning for the future. Okay. We'll start off with Eric.
Blessed with. I'm blessed with. I don't know. I guess my family's health. Like that's always a good thing to be blessed with, and then kind of be envisioning. I don't know. I guess just our growth. I know I said this last time, but just our growth as a brand.
Yeah.
Just keep working on that, chipping away at it.
Yeah. I think I'll go next. So like one thing I'm blessed with is definitely just like the people I got around us. Honestly, I think it's really cool to meet new people first off, but then reconnect with old people. Like I haven't seen Nino in like at least 2 or 3 years, because it was back when I was playing at the Mount.
Yeah,
I ran into you like while you were leaving, and we just said hi. Like I don't remember the last time we've had a conversation. So definitely like just reconnecting with old people that we've been friends with, but then also the new people that we're meeting and everything. One thing I'm envisioning for the future is, like Eric said, definitely growth for the brand, but then growth for the podcast as well. I want to get some bigger guests in, semi-pro hoopers, everything like that. So, yeah, Alex?
One thing I'm blessed with right now, I'm going to copy that a little bit, is all these people that we've been able to talk to. Appreciate having you and everyone we've been able to have so far. And envisioning, also the podcast, really want to get this up right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely, man. Man, just kind of piggyback off what you said, Owalid. Just blessed to have like certain people in your life where like you don't realize the impact they have or the support they give you, or you know what I mean.
Exactly.
It's like every time I seen you, bro, it was love. You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
and you don't realize like that impact, or even that impact it will have on someone's day. Just having to say, "How you doing, bro? Man, it's been a minute." Exactly. You know what I mean? So seeing all that, coming home, and my family, and just your support, you having that support system, I'm really blessed, and I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm just thankful for that. One thing I envision in my future, got a couple things, man. Definitely want to look into buying some property in the next 2 years.
Sweet.
Somewhere like DR, and really big on that. So just saving my money for that and doing that, and then just keep grinding with this and take it as far as I can. NBA soon. Got a couple camps this summer, summer league camps this summer.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, so big shout out to that, and just work for that, and hopefully, well, we will get to where we want to get to.
Yes, sir.
So that's it, man. That's our vision. For sure.
Nice.
Can I get a signed jersey?
For sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Shout out my boy Nino for coming on here. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.